Welcome everyone, Farmer Cop here. Today we're going to do episode 17 of my gameplay series on Willamina Forest. If this is what you're looking for, please stay tuned. Alright folks, welcome to Willamina Forest. This is episode 17, I'm pretty sure that's right. If not, something will come up on the screen that says the correct episode, but I'm pretty sure it's 17. I get lost after like episode 5, but anyhow, I just loaded in the game. I haven't done anything. Haven't done anything. I did load in the mod for tomorrow, and I'll explain why I did that. Let's go into the map here. Put grass on. Yeah, so we got some things going on here that we need to take care of. So we'll start getting that harvest continued, and we need to finish up the sugar beets. So this episode is going to look a little bit different. So I am going on vacation. Well, when this comes out, I'll be on vacation. But the reason for that, I'm trying to record, which normally I have a 3-day weekend every week, and between those 3 days, I'm able to record usually 5 to 6 videos, which is barely enough to get me by for a week. So I'm trying to record ahead of time. So I've been doing a few shorter videos or easier tutorials and a couple of things that I wanted to put out, a couple of easier tests to do, stuff like that. So if the videos are like, you're like, okay, they're not as in depth, that's because I'm on vacation. I'm trying to just get stuff prepared. So essentially I'm trying to do something like 12 videos in a 3-day period, which is a lot of content to put together. So yeah, so I'm recording this before I go on vacation. What I am going to do, and the reason this is a little bit different, is for as long as this episode is, 40 minutes, 50 minutes, whatever it ends up being, even maybe less, I'm just going to kind of try to record straight through. I'm not going to pause and leave you guys unless I need to go to the bathroom or I need to get some more coffee, which are both very important to me. So if I have to do those, I will exit out. But let's get this bad boy rolling. Maybe. Okay, let's try that. Now will you work? Okay, good. You need to keep doing your thing. Yeah, you're loud, I know. You are full, aren't you? Yes, you are. Okay, so we need to get you unloaded. Truck's up here. I got a lot of logs on it. Yeah. Don't we have a little bit of a loan right now? Pretty sure we do. Yeah, 100,000. That's not too bad. We'll make that up pretty quick. Okay, let me adjust my mic here real quick. I was sitting back because I thought I'd be comfortable that way, but I'm not. I wasn't, so I'm sitting forward now. Okay, let's grab TLX to unload some stuff. So let's go ahead and just dump that baby off. And I did get some wood chips accidentally went in that when I was over here at the Brucks unloading it last time, so we'll just dump that out. But yeah, so we'll use this for sugar beets. I think we'll just throw them into. Do I even want to use all these? I think it's pretty easy just to quickly go about it with one, because this unloads the harvester once, and we can just keep driving back and forth. It won't be that big of a deal. So there'll be a lot of unloading and harvesting and stuff like that, and you'll hear rustling of papers because I don't have all my stuff up and available in front of me. Oh, that's full now? Oh no. Well, we gotta go sell some wood chips then. I guess I might as well take a full load. Well, no, we'll leave that full. It's fine. I think the Brucks has some in it, so let's go see if it has something we can grab. And yeah, so today the goal in this episode, which may not even happen, is to get, well, probably is not gonna happen, but is to get the sugar beets harvested and get as many as we can to the BGA. So there might just be a lot of me talking and blabbing about various stuff and talking about whatever it may be. Does that not have anything in it? There we go. I was about to say, do I have to hook up a tractor to it? But no, there we go. Okay, we'll get this down. Oh, this isn't gonna go well. Good traction on the TLX, beautiful. All right, so we'll get this down. We'll go sell this. What's the best price for wood chips, I guess, is what I should probably figure out right now. Not that it matters a whole lot with a small load. Geez, not great, but 139 at the sawmill, so that's where we'll go. Yeah, so I'll just record through. I'll tell a police story or two, and we'll just kind of, we'll just get some stuff done here. So it won't be, if you're someone who watches because you like to see the progress and the progression, there won't be a lot of that. It'll just be mostly me talking and blabbing about various things. And oh, geez, Louise, you gotta be kidding me. And crashing. Is that stuck on there now? Oh, jeez. Oh, that'll happen though too. So yeah, that shouldn't be too bad. This is my first time ever doing an episode like this. I picked up my coffee. Now I gotta re-angle this. There we go. So yeah, it's my first time ever doing an episode, kind of just trying to go straight through and not have any cuts or anything like that. So we'll see how it goes, I suppose. I mean, That's the best we can hope for. We'll go over some comments and stuff like that, but first I need to drink some coffee. That's what happens if you drink coffee and drive. You roll the truck. Wow, this thing really hops back over. Well, we are less than 5 minutes in, or well, maybe we're just over 5 minutes in, and we've already crashed twice. Perfect. That's just what we need right there. That's fantastic. So you'll see kind of how I do a lot of the off-screen or off-camera work. I usually hire workers to do a lot of the kind of mundane tasks. If like for example, like on No Man's Land, the last episode that came out, waiting for those potatoes to harvest, that was literally all I was waiting for. I seriously just let the game run in the background, and then I started doing some other stuff like respond to comments and stuff for the channel. So I try to be as like efficient with my time as possible, not just sitting there watching a small potato harvester harvest potatoes. So I do stuff like that, but normally I'm just doing other stuff around the farm and everything like that. So like for example today, in between we'll have these people are running harvesting. This is gonna be done in a second, but once he's done that'll be fine. But I'll probably stop him once he gets partway down with the next row. But this guy will essentially just keep harvesting about while this, and once that guy's finishes, it's done, and then we'll just be unloading this guy while we do kind of some forestry in the background. Is kind of the main thing that'll end up happening. So we'll go get that guy unloaded first. But yeah. I'm trying to think anything I should talk about or anything like that. On my vacation, when I'm on it, I'm gonna try to do some vlogging. My face won't be on the vlogs because I'm trying to stay as anonymous as possible. Some of you may know who I am. It's whatever, just don't comment it. But I have admins that are prepared to delete your comments if you comment anything suspicious. But yeah, so there won't be any map tours while I'm gone. I will make a community post that I'll post on Sunday. On the Sunday that I leave for my vacation, I'll make a community post about some of the changes and stuff like that's going to happen. Yeah, after that row, I want him to stop. Look at the rest of that later. But sorry, I get distracted really easily, as you probably already know, because you've been watching for probably a little bit. If this is, you know, whatever the case would be. Oh, but yeah, if you don't care about watching just me you know, blabbing along and doing different things and whatever the case may be, then you don't have to watch this episode. Just wait and skip to the next one or go watch something else. I don't know. Doesn't matter. But wow, that doesn't look like that should be going in the truck, but I guess it is. All right, fabulous. I feel like I just have to fix that. It just doesn't look right. All right, let's go stop the combine. I used to tab a lot. Like I tabbed all the time in my, like when I would just play the game to play the game and stuff in the side or in the background and whatnot. But now I don't tab a lot. I just do that where I jump into the menu and I go select a specific vehicle, because I find it just a lot easier versus, you know, doing that to get to where I need to go. You know, it's just kind of obnoxious, I think. So I prefer doing it that way, I guess. I don't know where I'm going with this, but oh, right, start the engine, then we can hire him. Perfect. Just throw those sugar beets on the ground. Fantastic. We might take a load of sugar. Actually, no, we're gonna take I don't have any sugar beets in storage, do we? I think we might. We do. Yeah, because we had just a little extra. So we'll fill this up. I do want to take one over because someone commented, Tim commented about how like the process of the BGA works. Like how does that work, and showing that, because he said he's you know, some people watch other people play the game not just for entertainment but to also learn how to play it. And I realize I've kind of gotten bad about explaining things, and a lot of you understand how a BGA works and all that stuff, and that's all well and good, but if you don't, you probably want to know. So we're gonna go just talk briefly about the BGA and drive down there. We'll take this load of sugar beets in there, and just talk about kind of how the BGA runs, how it processes through things and everything like that, just how it works. So thank you for that comment, and we'll go over some different comments and stuff later as well. Oh, oof. Yeah, so I don't know, I'm trying to think, 5 times, if we do, we're not going to do an hour, I don't think, episode, but if we, I mean, you already know how long it is, but if we do an hour of recording, that means 5 hours in game, so probably 4 hours in game would probably go by, be my guess. That'd be 50 minutes, wouldn't it? 4 hours? No, that wouldn't be right. I can't do math, so at 5 times that would be something like that. So anyhow, here's the BGA. We have sugar beets, which, I mean, you can, anything that the BGA will take, you can sell there. They take sugar beets and potatoes at this one, which a lot of them may not take that, but the common crops are silage, grass, and hay that BGAs take. And I've seen it as more common that they're taking manure and slurry. This one does not take slurry, it does take manure. And this one takes straw, which a lot of them I find don't take straw. I feel like that's, yeah. The most common thing to sell at a BGA though is probably silage. That's what most people are using it for. So, You sell stuff here. Now, sometimes you don't, this ramp I added in, sometimes you don't need a ramp to get up to it, sometimes you do, but there's always a screen, which that one is the one in the bottom left-hand corner just above the map that has a number on it. Each BGA has a capacity and it has to process through whatever it is, whatever you put into it. So like if we start dumping this in there, that number is gonna start going up, and it's also kind of working its way down as well, but we'll wait until it finishes putting in there. And you notice we're not getting paid. Our money's not going up if you look at the money up there. 37 grand. It's actually going down because we have workers working. But you get paid out at midnight for BGA income. So it's slowly working its way down. It's working its way down faster than it probably normally would because we're in 5 times speed. So it does have a capacity. So if it's at its capacity, and each BGA is a little bit different. 50,000 I find is fairly common in BGAs. But yeah, so that'll slowly work its way up. And once it processes through all of it, you will get paid out at midnight for whatever it finishes processing. This over here, every BGA has a digestate port or place to get digestate. So this is the digestate tank, which does have a max capacity. I don't know what it is, and based on this looks like this is manure system ready. But regardless, so this will show you how much digestate if you come up under here with a tank. And you do get digestate from selling stuff at the BGA. It's a byproduct. This is a power plant essentially. So hopefully that answers your questions. I think I covered everything. Yeah, hopefully that covers everything. But yeah, so a little bit about where the channel's going. I'm still trying to do test videos. I try to do at least one a week. I have several test videos I want to do. I've just been unable to do super long tests this week because I've been really focused on getting stuff pre-recorded for me to go on vacation. So I haven't done as much in the line of test videos this week, but I do plan to do more. He full already? Probably. Yeah. Okay, we'll go unload him. But yeah, so that is kind of the plan, to do more test videos and whatnot. See if we can't do this a little bit better this time. Now we're a little too far that way, but that's okay. It all works out. So yeah, I do have several test videos. I have a long list. You guys comment them, which is great. I'm not going to be able to do every test video you guys commented because that's a couple hundred test videos. You guys comment a lot of different stuff. I try to pick tests that I think people will be interested in, stuff that I'm interested in. And I think and sometimes it's not even stuff that people haven't done before. Like I did the comparison between the 2 types of cotton harvesters. I kind of tested that out. That was a test video I did. Yeah, that's already been done. Other YouTubers have done that. I'm not just doing them because people haven't done them before. I'm doing them because I want to run my own tests, and sometimes I find different results. I actually have one recorded, which, let me look at my schedule, see if it's come out yet. No, when you guys are watching this, it'll come out tomorrow. There's a test I did that I know other YouTubers have done, but it actually got a different result, or I got a different result than they did. So, and of course, this is something that they tested a year ago, so it's possible that since whatever the object is that came out, it probably got an update, would be my guess, as to why it changed or why the results changed. So probably got an update, so now it's a little bit different. So it's still new knowledge, and that's the thing. You could test stuff on Farming Simulator every month, and you may get new results every time. You know, every time something's updated, you probably should, theoretically speaking, you could test it and possibly get a different result. Possibly not, but yeah. So that's just a note on that. My global company tutorial series is going to continue. Man, I think that thing's probably going to have close to 20 parts. There's so much to global company. Yeah, there's so much. I'm trying to get the more basic stuff first and then move into the more complicated stuff later. So that's kind of what I'm sitting, or what my goal is. We'll go put this in the barn. Or not the barn, the silo here. So that's kind of the goal with that. The next series I'm going to try to do is going to be a Maze Plus series. So go over the different Maze Plus mods and everything like that. I want to go do a series on that for people that don't know. And that's a lot of stuff that I have to learn my own. Like when I did the auto drive tutorial series, for example, I didn't know anything about auto drive until I did that series. I learned it all so I could do the series on here, as well as enhance my knowledge of it. Horseplay may be something I look at doing a tutorial on. Horseplay is just updated so often it's kind of difficult to do that. But see, that thing's already full again. The other harvester's already full. It fills up like crazy. But yeah, so I may look at doing that. But I also want to do a seasons tutorial, which I know I'm late to the game on that one. I know other people have done that, but we don't know how long Farming Simulator 19 is going to be out before the next one comes out, or the next game comes out, if it ever comes out. So that's a tutorial I do want to put out at some point. I still have a couple of like animal tutorials I haven't done. Like I haven't done one on cows or pigs. I think I just did, yeah, I did sheep and chickens, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, so I have so many videos and tutorials and guides I want to get out there. I did a top mod video for chickens. I do want to do one of those for each other animal and for different crops and stuff like that. I probably could do 10 to 15 top mod videos for different aspects of the game, but of course that's also a tricky one to do because, well, mods change all the time, so it's kind of something that just kind of varies a little bit. But yeah, it's tricky finding out what videos to do, and I love you guys commenting and making comments as far as what I should do next and everything like that. That definitely helps out a lot. It helps me know what you guys want to see as well. So, and sometimes you guys comment stuff that's like a super simple question that I can answer, that you're like, oh, can you do a video about this? I'm like, I'm not going to do a video about that because it's super simple, but let me just answer it for you. So those ones I don't do a video on. Like an example might be like, what tires destroy crops? Well, anything that's not a narrow tire destroys crops. So some people don't know that though. If you're new to the game, there's people starting this game every day or buy this game every day. It's still making sales. So where some of us have been playing Farming Simulator since 13 or even before that for some of you, and there are people out there that just don't know that stuff. And that's why, like, what is it? When is it going to come out? Look at my schedule. Oh, it's going to come out tomorrow. Tomorrow I can talk about this one. It's fine. It's not like a surprise. Tomorrow I am also putting out a video on how to install mods, like either from a website, from the mod hub, or from the in-game mod hub. Just because some people are new to the game and they may not, and I know those videos are out there, but again, it's putting out a video that is my style that people are going to want to see and everything like that. So it's kind of just changing it up a little bit. Yeah, it just kind of is how it is, Now let me go over how I do thumbnails. So this episode's probably going to be, gosh, the thumbnail's probably going to be just us harvesting. So let me go see if I can't. Let me show you. This is kind of like some behind the scenes stuff that I do. Let me wait for this guy to fill up again, and then we'll take a thumbnail photo. The only trick is it's not the brightest on here, so it may not be the best photo. Let me get this guy. Let's unhire this guy. Perfect. Let's get the combine in it. Why not? Let's put the green machine in there, which is a different green machine than the thumbnail. I love how I got that one mod. It made it to the thumbnail. How come I can't? This thing's running too. You had to go to that side. Probably should turn it off once we get over there. Well, after we take a picture. Ah, we can leave the pipe out. It kind of looks nice. Get this guy backed up here. Alright, now here's the tricky part of thumbnail type stuff. So it's 3:37. Now normally what I would do is I'd save the game here, and then I would change the lighting to the way I want it to be. Which actually, you know what, since it's cloudy out, I want it to be sunny out. Let's go ahead and do that. We're gonna go ahead and save the game. So then the way I would take thumbnails, it's saved there, auto saves off, make sure auto saves off, goodness gracious. Well, first we're going to put the time down to 1, and then we're going to go into F11 screen. We need to make it sunshine, so it'll be sunny in 799 minutes, so we'll just fast forward time until it gets sunny outside, which it probably won't be until dark. Alright, wait till that weather's sunny, and any second now. I'm pretty sure we made it. Come on now. There we go. Okay, sunny. And then now we go into here, and then we can set this to noon, which is just the best for overall light quality. Okay, so this is kind of what we're looking at for a photo. Now I go in here, and I can turn that on just so that I can move around a little faster. So here we go. This is how I get my photos a lot of the time, my thumbnails and stuff like this. So I don't even know what the title of this is going to be, but that right there, let me go ahead and use the snipping tool. I don't even screenshot or anything, I just use a snipping tool. Perfect, got that, a little notification. Let me save that photo. Save it as Willamina, can't even type, Willamina Forest 17. Photo, okay, perfect, there. All right, so now that we did that, we're gonna go in here and I'm gonna quit out. And it's just gonna be a dark screen for a second while the game loads back in. All right, well, I am gonna just pause the recording for a second, and I'll bring you back in once we load back in. All right, and here we are. Let's go ahead and start. Get us back in here. Yep, it puts me inside this house over here, the bed and breakfast. So I just tab out of that. Let's jump into here. Turn grass back on. I suppose we can do that. I did get up and get another cup of coffee. That's what I needed to do. So, oh, this guy's not on it. Darn it. We do have to restart everyone. But that is pretty much the process I go through to make a thumbnail for almost every episode. Sometimes if I find the photo I don't, or if I can make the photo without doing that, I won't save out, especially on No Man's Land. No Man's Land takes forever to load in, or I'll try to make it so it's a thumbnail that I can take at the very end of recording, because No Man's Land has so much going on and it probably takes that game 10 to 15 minutes to load up. So I usually just let it load up and I go and do something in the other room. But yeah, so well, he's gonna be down here in just a second. Let's get back over. All right, are you back up? Let's go park this guy. Well, actually, we don't want to park him. I mean, he is gonna be in the way. Oops. Let's get this over. Well, let's put it over here somewhere. Gosh, I love the way this combine looks. Yeah, that's maybe not in the water, but yeah, right there's fine. Okay, and then you're gonna finish up. Right, all that's cut. Fantastic. Did you get it all? No, of course you didn't. How did you miss that little chunk there? I think this is my first time ever on, well, maybe not. I think I bought one before. I say it's been a very long time since I've actually invested into the equipment for sugar beets, like by actually buying the stuff. Can't remember the last time I've ever done that, or maybe if I've ever done that. But oh geez, a little careful there. Now we do need to get another farmyard set up. I'm thinking about putting it maybe in here. I might go in there. I might even yeah, I think in there probably. I say depending on how that all pans out. So I could put it on this field because I really like that field. But someone commented, Evil Clown commented saying that I could use the coordinates on the map to help me make a straighter field to make sure I'm lined up and everything like that. And give me a couple other tips like that, which is that's a really good idea. So all right, let's get this guy emptied because that thing's about to fill up. Now, that is the only disadvantage to using that sugar beet harvester, is it takes no time at all for it to fill up. But I suppose it just kind of is how it works, you know. All right, let's get this guy. Ooh, that was close. Can I leave it on? We may have him hook up to the Joskin, the trailer. Get that tractor hooked up so we can start hauling loads to the BGA. Loads of sugar beets as we get them. So we'll probably start working on that. But let's go get that guy unloaded again since he's full again. Coffee is amazing. Drink about a pot of black coffee on all my weekend days. I mean, I drink it at work too, but at work I use the work coffee pot, and then on my weekends I obviously use the one at my house. I've been on day shift, so I normally get up around, I mean, my shift starts at 7, so normally I'll sleep in on my days off, which means I'll get up at 7. So not by much. And then on my work days I get up around 6:15, get dressed and drive to work. But yep. I'll be interested to see. I'm on day shift the rest of the year, but next year then I'm trying to think. I think I might try to get onto swing shift, and then yeah, maybe make my second choice day shift again. Try to avoid graveyard if I can. Sometimes it's not avoidable, but you can always try. You can have dreams. You can have dreams. Oops. All right, let's get in there. Now, I could use this to haul stuff to the BGA, especially with all those trailers. It would haul a fair amount, but it's just hard to get all those trailers up the back of that, or up that hill, to be able to dump them into the BGA. So it just makes it a little bit trickier. All right, pull that guy out. I'll leave you there for a second. Let's go get the Joskin. How much horsepower do each of our tractors have that we have? We have this guy, which, how much can that get up to? 261. Okay, that's fair. And then we have, I think it's under medium. Can get up to how much? 189. Okay. So not terrible. 189 is not bad. This is a pretty good workhorse here, and it's not that expensive, so I'm pretty happy with it. The case though, that thing has got plenty of horsepower for a bit. Is it 260 or something like that? That's what we just talked about. I know we just looked at it. It doesn't mean I remember. All right, we need to avoid getting wood chips in this because then we'll have to sell them. So we need to avoid the brucks at all costs. And actually, we'll probably just empty out the harvester on our way over there. And then every time we get, what does this hold? 31,000 liters? I think it's 31,000. Every time we get this thing filled with sugar beets, I'll send this guy off using, maybe auto drive. There we go. To the BGA. How many we got in storage? Shouldn't be too many. Oh, 28,000 already? Okay, well, we have enough to send our first load. Well, this should make things a little bit more efficient. We can use the, whatchamacallit, the TLX to get things off the field. And then we can use this to get stuff down to the BGA, so we're hauling bigger loads to the BGA. All works out. Yeah, I think this holds 31,000. That's 20%, so that times 5 times 6, 35? Maybe it holds more. Maybe it does hold more than I'm thinking it does. I do like this style. It's my first time using the MF Shed Pack by Alien Jim, but this, I'm pretty happy with this style, how it's performing and whatnot. Oh, 31,000, I was right. Huh, my math was just horrendous. Well, I guess 6 times 5 is 6 times 5 is 30, so never mind, it all made sense. Yeah, my math was bad. Okay. Let's get this thing going. I was about to say, you're not able to make it? No, you're going. Okay. Very demand for corn, though it still doesn't beat that price, so that's just a waste of everyone's time. 450 is still the best one, right? For that sugar beets, yeah, okay. Okay. Let's see if there's any comments I want to mention here. Oops, nope, not that. I don't want that to come up. Anything on there? Not really. Huh. Anyhow, don't want to bump that bad boy. So let's see here. Oh, Red Turbo 66 commented. So we bought the BSM truck, but Red Turbo 66 and a few others of you commented different trucks that you thought were awesome that you thought I should use, which I still may end up getting more than one truck on this farm. It's very likely we'll do that. So I might try out a few different trucks. So Red Turbo 66 commented the Man 33414 6x6 truck. CMOT Dibbler commented the NMC Griffin, which I've heard that truck's pretty awesome too. And Xanacon commented just using the Man truck. So yeah, we might do some different things on there. We might, I don't know, we'll see what happens, but you know, you never know. We'll probably end up wanting some more trucks later on for what we have going on this map. So we'll probably end up doing something about that. But and then, well, it's not tomorrow yet, so I don't want to talk about the mod I'm going to add in. So I might even talk about that next episode, depending. But if it starts to get dark on here, we'll fast forward until tomorrow. But yeah, let me think. And I might do 2 episodes like this style, but I'm going to try to do this. I'm just essentially getting what I can done, and then for me to record No Man's Land episode 66, that one's going to take a while, and I don't want to do this for that one. So I'm going to try to make sure that one is really well done, especially with the role play and everything. So I'm going to get that one pre-recorded soon here. And then after I get that one done, depending on what kind of time I have left today, I will probably end up, because I think I have, gosh, how many more videos do I have to do today? Let me look at my schedule. I have 1, 2, 3. No, maybe not. 3 left? Yeah, 3 left if you include No Man's Land 66. 4 technically if you include Willamina 18. So after this one, I have 4 more videos to do today. I also will have some time tomorrow evening because I work the next 2 days, Saturday and Sunday at work, and then Sunday evening I'm leaving for my vacation. So Saturday evening when I get off work, my wife's actually out of town, so I will have nothing to do besides farm. So I'll probably get some good stuff done then. But let me get over to, he's probably full, I'm sure he is. Here I am just babbling away. But yeah, we'll get over there. I was thinking about getting this plowed right now, or getting this cultivated right away, or, you know, planted, or whatever the case may be. But I think I'm going to hold off until we get the whole thing harvested first, which might be just a little bit. But yeah, this one we'll be able to start working on here soon once we get a little bit more of it off. How bad am I that time? Ooh, that was pretty good that time. Right about perfect right there. So we'll take that. Yeah, that's the plan. I'm not sure how it's all going to work out. But, yeah, police story, let me find that. I don't know where my book of police stories is. I try to take notes. I have one big notebook, and they're like full-size notebooks. I have one that I do all my testing video notes on, and then I have one that has my schedule, police stories, stuff like that in. Let's see. Oh, no, that's not what I want. Where is it? Oh, maybe it's back further. Told you to hear some rustling at some point in this. Here we go. Ah, yes. I could tell another fire story that actually might be what I'll tell. Oh, so, 4th of July. 4th of July. Every 4th of July we have fires and all sorts of other things. If you're not from the United States, you don't know what the 4th of July is. It's Independence Day for the United States. So it's a big holiday, and so what we do to celebrate that is apparently blow things up. So, ooh, we're doing some pretty good bouncing around there. Be careful there. So yeah, we blow things up, which, you know, we light fireworks off and things. We don't literally just blow things up. I mean, some people probably do, but, yeah, so we light fireworks off and everything like that. But, of course, 4th of July is also in the heat of the summer, so fires are bound to start. Also, working in a, if you live in an apartment building, I'll say, it may not be the best idea for you to do fireworks, or at least at your apartment building. Or at least be careful. How about this? Don't be an idiot when you're doing fireworks, period. And you should be fine. But, so I responded to we got dispatched to, well, one of many fires on 4th of July. We got dispatched to a fire at a fire complex, at an apartment complex. So we get there, and there's, I kid you not, like a 40-foot by 40-foot, like, just section of bushes just burning because a firework, like, kind of like just launched and that landed in there and started the whole thing on fire because they were all dried out and dead. Oh, it was not good. So that was a good fire. Of course, it was right next to the apartment buildings. That's safe. Thankfully, our fire department's really good at what they do, and so they got there and they were able to kind of put the fire out before it could spread. They prevented it from spreading onto the buildings, which is really nice because I tell you what, apartment buildings burning, that is some scary stuff there. You don't want that to happen ever, really. I mean, you don't want any buildings to burn, but definitely not apartment buildings. Yeah, we had an arson a long time ago. This is like one of the stories that like the veterans tell, like, you know, young cops like me. Every workplace has those people, but get a drink of coffee. But no, they had a fire. I guess they were building one of the apartment complexes we have today. The first time they built it was all stick structures. You know, they're putting up 2x4s and stuff. But they had an arsonist that started the whole thing on fire. We're talking just like by 30 apartment buildings were all just burning. No one lived in them. No one was hurt, thankfully. But it took a while for the fire department to put all that out because that was a lot of burning for our fire department. And so we had other fire departments helping and everything like that. But yeah, so they got it put out, and they actually ended up catching the guy. And this is the crazy part of the story that I love. There's a spot where us as officers use the bathroom when we're not near the station. We have certain spots that we go to the bathroom when we're at night and everything's closed, you know, where no one can see us. So an officer that night went and used that spot, and I love how back then they used it and we still use it today because there's nothing up there. It's just wooded area. There's nothing up there. So he parked his car up there, and it was not too far from the apartment complex. And while he was driving up the road to get there, on a road that like doesn't go anywhere, there was a car parked on the side of the road. It was unoccupied, but he just thought it was strange. And this is before the fire started and everything. So he ran the license plate on the car and just said, okay, you know, he thought it might be a stolen car that was abandoned or something, but ran the license plate, you know, whatever the case may be. And then he just went about his business, literally went up to the top of the drive, went to the bathroom and left. And they found out later when they're investigating the arson that happened, that was the arsonist's car that was registered to them. They were able to put him in the area because his car was there, and so they were actually able to find out who did it and actually get a conviction for the guy, which is fantastic. So that was an impressive one, and that's how police work sometimes happens, is just by chance like that. Because every time we run a license plate or record something, you know, down like that, anytime we run a license plate on our computer in our car, or anytime we say anything on the radio, it's all recorded, it's all documented, time-stamped, and location and everything like that. So it's that system was able to get that information, which is fantastic. So and that's sometimes how crimes are solved, right there. Just happenstance. That's one that God did not want them to get away with. So yeah, Yep. A lot of crimes, unfortunately, aren't solved. Especially, I mean, a lot of like even violent crimes, a lot of them aren't solved and stuff like that. It's kind of, which is kind of rough. But there's so many reasons for it. It's just one. There's not really an effective way. Law enforcement can't do a whole lot to prevent crime. They've done studies on it. We can't do a whole lot to prevent crime. It's just not. It's not feasible. So even they've done studies that proactive patrolling doesn't prevent that much crime. It prevents a little bit, but not a lot. Like, it doesn't actually change a whole lot. So it's weird. There's not a whole lot you can do about that kind of stuff. The main thing is getting resources to be able to investigate those crimes. And furthermore, sometimes the reason some of these aren't solved is because we might know who did it, but there may either be not good enough information or good enough witnesses. Like if someone randomly comes up to you and mugs you and it was at night and you couldn't see what they looked like or anything, and all you knew is where you were at, well, if that person never admits to it, we're never going to find out who did it. Stuff like that. It's kind of, which sucks. It really does. It sucks. I hate seeing people get away with stuff like that. But it sucks. It's hard if you don't have witnesses and everything like that. It can be difficult to kind of solve those types of crimes, which, it all makes sense. So a lot of people see that a lot of crimes aren't solved and stuff like that, and they immediately go to, they want to just blame the police and say, well, the police aren't effective. It's like, well, no, it's not always that. Obviously, if there was a police officer, every block, there would be like hardly any crime, and if there was any crime, it would probably get solved because police would witness most of it. So I mean, stuff like that would change things, but even then it wouldn't. You're never going to completely eliminate crime, I don't think. I don't think that's something that's feasible, but and again, there's other things too. I mean, there's so many negative perceptions of police and media and everything like that. And if you ever watch a police TV show, I can tell you for sure that the ones I've seen are not realistic to what police work actually is, which I know you're probably shocked by that little tidbit of information. But that is just how it works. Anyhow, that's Venting with Farmer Cop. Today only on Farmer Cop's channel. Venting with Farmer Cop about police and society. No, I don't know. I love my job. I really do. I enjoy going to work, even in the difficult times we find ourselves in the United States. And, most people are still pretty pro-police or understand police. And it's the police that do the bad things that kind of ruin it for the rest of us cops. If you go up to most cops and say, hey, what do you, are you happy that this person that did this bad thing was a police officer? They're never going to say yes. They're always going to be legitimately upset that no, they shouldn't be a cop, Oh, it's such a hard thing to have, It's such a hard job to be able to. It's mostly just the perspectives that people have on you. It's difficult to kind of process through a lot of that. But anyhow, that's my soapbox, I think, for for policing in the world or in the United States. I've never been a cop anywhere else, so I wouldn't be able to perceive or talk about a whole lot of stuff. And I mean, I've only been a cop in one place and worked for the same agency the whole time. I've been a police officer. I know it's not the end of the day, not that much different compared to other things, but still, it's different at the same time. So, all right, we got those sugar beets loaded up. How are we doing in here? Sugar beets, we almost got another full load, so we just need one more load from the combine, and we'll have a full load to go to the BGA again. And we'll get that here in just a second, but I think we're going to get pretty close to wrapping up this episode, I think we're getting ready to get to the end of it here. We didn't do any forestry on this one. I apologize. Unless you didn't want me to do forestry, then you're welcome. Whatever the case may be. So I'm going to let him turn around before I close out of here, but I think we are going to wrap up the episode, guys. If you didn't like this, I apologize. This isn't the norm that I'm going to be putting out, just all of a sudden just a bunch of episodes that kind of have this stuff going on. But just to make sure I'm still putting out content, we're still making progress on the series, and it doesn't seem like it's just been forever since we've done anything on any of the series. I think it's important for me to still put out a decent video about what we have going on. But if you like to see the progress, well, we obviously didn't make really any progress. We didn't make any money or do anything really exciting. We didn't make any purchases in this episode or anything like that. So, it's a little bit different, but again, it's not the norm. So anyhow, guys, if you enjoyed, drop a like down below. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button up on the screen to join the channel and turn on your notification bell so you don't miss any future Farmer Cop videos that I may post. Leave a comment down below and let me know what you guys think. Thank you guys for coming and watching.